Well, hello internet, here we are. We have ourselves a little bit of a vlog that I would like to share. So yeah, here we go. Well, you know how I mentioned that I was moving. The whole moving thing has been through a lot of changes and ideas throughout the last few months. I've been searching for a place to move to, whether it was going to be another apartment here in the town that I currently live in, or was I going to move somewhere totally different in another town, another city, hours away. I searched, like I mentioned, other apartments. I searched people's ads for basement suites, and some of them were fairly nice. With the niceness, of course, comes increase in rent, and of course then you're living in the basement of somebody's house, so you're gotta kind of abide by their rules. Some of them didn't allow pets, so of course that was an automatic no for me. I searched around, came across forget exactly how it was worded, a suite above a commercial building, and I believe on the ground floor it was some kind of nail studio or something that really wasn't open very much at night. So they'd be closed probably 8 o'clock or something every night, or if they were open a little later, it wouldn't be like noisy, loud, disruptive. It was like an old bank at one time, so it kind of had that commercial look, that commercial feel. The upstairs where the suite was had like 36 or something stairs to get up there, obviously because it being the second floor and all. The suite itself, you could tell, obviously was not built to be an apartment. Whether it was storage back in the day or offices back in the day, or the place where they held all the money back in the day, or whatever, right? The kitchenette, you could tell, was added afterwards by far by the construction of the cupboards and that. The bathroom had an extremely small shower that looked like it was like 30 by 30. The toilet was kind of jammed in the corner between the shower and the sink. There was probably what felt to be like a 4x4 footprint that the whole bathroom took up. So it was essentially kind of one room with a bunch of dividing walls that made the whole room feel kind of notchy and small. It would have been better to have really left it open and had some kind of privacy curtain, if you really wanted to, around the bathroom. The rent for that place was about $200 less a month than I'm paying here, and there was no parking per se. You had to park on the street. So that would be okay for somebody, I guess, that was gone every day to their job and come home. But for somebody who doesn't leave every day, the vehicle would sit right on the street. Then there would be trouble with it being, abandoned or whatever, right? So I kept looking, started to have a little bit of doubts if I was gonna be able to find something that I was looking for the rent that I'm wanting. And I found this another ad. This person has other tenants living there. This person works as well as the other tenant works days. So that might be a little bit of a struggle. However, they are willing to accept the dog, so that's a definite bonus over some of the others. There is a shared kitchen, shared living room, access to the washer and dryer, which is awesome. Obviously shared bathroom, which I guess it'll be okay. They are okay with me filming videos and editing videos as long as I keep things contained to my space. And they are seem to be fairly quiet and fairly good working type people. So the only stipulation is I have to keep a day's schedule, which may be a bit of a struggle, because I'm kind of naturally a night person, and when I'm not feeling good I tend to revert back to night schedule during my recovery. One of the other downsides is I'm going from about a 700 square foot apartment to a room that's about maybe 9 by 9 or 10 by 9 or something. It's big enough for a double bed one way, barely, and probably about maybe 2 feet larger than a double bed is lengthways. So, whatever that is, 8 by 9 or 10 by 9 or something. If my measurements are correct, I should be able to get my bed in there, my dresser in there, and my TV stand and TV in there. The computer I'm going to have to get creative with, and my dresser I may have to get a little creative with, but I guess the price is right, and I'm hoping for the next year or two it'll work out okay. The utilities are included. However, if I want to plug the truck in, then I gotta pay a little extra for power for those couple of winter months, which is understandable. The internet is part of the rent, so that's kind of sweet there. It's one less bill, I guess. And of course the space does reflect the price of the rent, which is significantly less than the rent that I'm paying here. So in theory, if my brain works correctly, I should be able to work toward my goals in the next 3 to 5 years. Sometimes in life we do have to make a change. Sometimes in life we have to sacrifice certain luxuries, whether it's road trips to the city or eating out in a nice restaurant, or in this case cutting back on space to be able to save on your monthly budget so you actually can afford to live. The hardest part here coming up is going to be the first winter. I am thinking about taking my painting stuff with me, just so I have something to do, because the YouTube and Netflix binge watching can only go so far before your brain starts to hurt, or at least my brain does anyway. So I'm thinking of maybe trying to get through the first winter, and then the second winter that comes along will be a little different. Hopefully I have a little bit tucked away where I can do Ice on White and Candy Cane Lane, some of those winter activities that I haven't been able to do. But with everything that's gone on in the last 4 to 6 months, the whole selling thing to raise money for the JCO, or the camping season, has kind of escalated into a massive liquidation once again of my life. However, this time I'm able to ask proper prices, take time to sell, potentially refuse offers if I feel they're way too low, and not feel bad because I sold something for pennies on the dollar when I know that it was worth a lot more and I could have got a lot more for it. But it kind of is what it is, and around we go. Life does change sometimes when you're least expecting it. Sometimes you have to have an open mind and be willing to compromise your space for something better when it comes along. Not jumping at the first thing you see, but yet not being super picky on luxuries and things that you were hoping to have. It is what it is, and around we go. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.